Over the last decade, there have been remarkable scientific discoveries that have helped us understand and combat the aging process. The Sizzle Timeless Skin Renewal System represents the very best of these discoveries, and the flagship product in the Timeless Skin Renewal System is Transfusium. If you've recently purchased Transfusium, congratulations! You have in your possession the most advanced, most effective, and highest quality anti-aging skincare product on the market today. And, as the saying goes, it ain't bragging if you can back it up. In this video, we're going to do just that. The huge advances of anti-aging skincare technology have mainly to do with the signaling that occurs within our skin and the discovery of active ingredients that can actually reverse the aging process by resignaling the working cells of the skin to behave young again. While the brand name very expensive skincare products you may have already heard of have 1, 2, or even 3 of those active ingredients, Transfusium has no less than 24 actives. To fully appreciate the power of those active ingredients, let's start with a short history of the evolution of skincare technology. The first generation of skincare is what the vast majority of the world still uses. These are the inexpensive products like moisturizers and lotions that provide temporary improvement to the look and feel and smell of the skin, but when they're washed off, nobody pretends like they made a difference to your skin. The second generation of skincare was introduced in the 70s and is the first true anti-aging technology. It triggers what's called the wounding response. The best examples of this technology are retinol and retin-A, chemical peels, and dermabrasion. By wounding the top layer of the skin, it causes a premature exfoliation, and it sends a signal to the bottom layer that says, hey, we're running out of skin cells up here, you better step up production, and your skin just does. It responds to that wounding by thickening the epidermal layer, and that has the effect of pushing out fine lines and wrinkles. By the third generation of skincare in the 1980s, things got very exciting. It was discovered that you could actually slow down, stop, or even reverse the cellular aging process through signaling. More importantly, liposomes were created that could carry a signaling molecule to the working cells of the skin and actually get them to behave young again. And that brings us to the fourth generation of skincare technology, which is where we are now, with the discovery that peptide chains and other biological and botanical ingredients could easily be absorbed into the skin and supply a variety of anti-aging signals to the working cells of the skin. Peptides are small amino acid chains that are derived from proteins. Peptides come in many shapes and sizes and can do everything from stimulating the creation of young collagen to acting like Botox by slowing down the muscle contraction and allowing facial wrinkles to fill back in. Now, most brand name and expensive skincare products on the market today contain at least one peptide. Some have 2, and a few even have 3 different peptides. They each do different things and each are beneficial. As active ingredients go, peptides are quite expensive, thus the price of the brand name anti-aging products. And that brings us back to Transfusium. Imagine this. Transfusium has 4 different peptides, each one adding a different and specific anti-aging benefit, along with 20, that's right, 20 other active ingredients. To give you a full understanding of what these peptides can do for you, we want to give you a very brief and very general anatomy lesson on human skin. Here you see the cross-section of skin from a 75-year-old and a 4-year-old. All skin has this top layer, the one that you touch and feel. It's called the cornified layer or the horny layer. The next layer down is the epidermis, and this is where the skin cells are actually created on the basal layer, and then they turn over until they exfoliate off some 14 to 28 days later, depending on age and body signaling. The bottom layer is the dermis. Notice in the young skin how the dermis is full of dense collagen and elastin fibers compared to the older skin, and look at how thick and undulating the epidermis is. That's because it's creating and turning over skin cells so rapidly that in fact they can't keep moving up because they're contained by the horny layer, so they actually protrude down into the dermis, and that's good. It's actually called the structural scaffolding of the skin because it locks young skin in place. In the 75-year-old skin, notice that the epidermal layer is flat with no undulation, no scaffolding. That's why older skin is more susceptible to blisters, discoloration, and sagging. Now, in an oversimplification of how this works, let's look at the working cells of the skin. In the dermis, they're called fibroblasts, and in the epidermis, keratinocytes. The fibroblasts are the cells that control and create the collagen and elastin fibers. When we're young, our body's chemistry signals the fibroblasts to produce an abundance of collagen type 3. This is thick, elastic collagen that grows rapidly. As we age, the signaling changes, and instead the fibroblasts are signaled to produce more of a collagen type 1, which is slower growing, less elastic, and more susceptible to the enzymes that break it down. That's why we end up with these pockets of no collagen at all. It's also a more brittle collagen, so for example, as the muscles in our face contract, they create wrinkles. These wrinkles actually crease or damage the collagen, and now that we're not creating a replacement so quickly, the wrinkles just stay. In the epidermis, the keratinocytes actually control stem cell renewal and the skin cell turnover rate. When we're young, they turn over skin cells very rapidly and thicken the epidermis. Then, as we age, the process slows down and the epidermis thins down as well. And that's the natural aging process of the skin. And now you understand why old people look old and young people look young. Until now. Until Transfusium. The wonderful thing about Transfusium is that through these 4 active peptides and 20 other powerful ingredients, we can actually signal these working cells to act young again. To prove how effective this resignaling can be, let us show you one more set of slides. This is the skin of the same 63-year-old woman taken after a facelift. 3 weeks prior to the facelift, she used one of these active ingredients on half of her face twice a day. After the facelift, the skin was looked at under a microscope. Does this not look just like the young versus old skin? And remember, this is taken from the same person after just 3 weeks. Remarkable. As impressive as all this information is for what happens in the skin, what's much more impressive is what happens on the skin when exposed to the ingredients found in Transfusium. Just look at the results our Transfusium users are getting in as little as 3 weeks use. So let's talk about those peptides and other ingredients that are found in Transfusium. The first 2 of our peptides work together to interfere with the nerve signal to the muscle, or to actually relax the degree of muscle contraction like Botox and snake venom, but without the needles. As the facial muscles relax, the other 2 peptides found in Transfusium stimulate the production of youthful collagen and elastin fibers. So let's conclude by talking about a few of those powerful botanical and biological active ingredients found in Transfusium. Volunage, the first replumping active ingredient which combats premature aging by regulating cellular communication. Puresterol, highly active compound that reduces wrinkles and affects biomechanical markers. Pulpactol, which improves skin elasticity. Vitagenol, which contributes to skin renewal and rejuvenation and also stimulates natural repair of skin cells. Telosomal limits the deterioration of telosomes and actually contributes to the protection of telomeres. Mitostime promotes cellular rejuvenation and mitochondrial protection. Underine stimulates collagen synthesis and builds volume and wrinkles between the eyebrows, nasal furrows, and mouth wrinkles. Lavandox produces drastic wrinkle reduction. It inhibits muscle fibers from contracting. Phalops gives a replumping and smoothing effect. And Aerophera provides a retinol-like activity, stimulates cell renewal, acts as an anti-inflammatory, and reduces wrinkles. There are even 10 more active ingredients that we could and probably should talk about, but by now you get the point. Transfusium is loaded with the finest, most advanced anti-aging ingredients available today. Now consider all that you know about Transfusium and the remarkably modest price that you can purchase it for, and we think you can see how Sizzle is looking out for you by bringing you, quite simply, the best skincare products in the world. Order your Transfusium today. You deserve it.